white cloud, very warm, and a packed house as well. The fans streaming into this wonderful centre court here in Geneva and looking forward to what should be a cracking final. Djokovic, who is looking for his first title since he claimed Olympic gold in Paris last summer. It's been at times a challenging season for him. Of course, he made the semi-finals of the Australian Open, scuppered by an injury, having beaten Carlos Alcaraz. He was also title match finalist in Miami, where he lost to Jakub Mensik. So looking for his first title this season, having come into this tournament without a victory on the clay. Lucial alongside me, Philip Studd, for this final, and it's a match that promises to be a real cracker, Lucy. Yes, Hurkacz has never beaten Djokovic, but he's played some outstanding tennis to get to the final.
Yeah, he has. He's been playing very well. He's been serving well. I think the conditions suiting him, as we know, a little bit of altitude, so that serve's becoming even bigger, but he's been rock solid from the back of the court as well. He's moving well on the clay, and his defence has been excellent, but then he's been able to switch that into attack as well. So it's going to be interesting because, you know, Djokovic too has played very well. He had a tight match, his longest match of the week yesterday against Cam Norrie, where the opening set he played some brilliant tennis, and there was just a slight drop off, and credit to Norrie, took advantage, went to the tie break where he did have a match point. But I think the most impressive part, and the part that he was really pleased was with how he quickly regrouped, took control of the third set, and he's felt that was the best tennis that he's played all week, that in that third and final set against Norrie yesterday.
And Djokovic, as mentioned, Lucy, coming into this tournament without a win on clay courts. He'd lost early both in Monte Carlo and Madrid. Of course, he opted to miss Rome. So for him to get some matches under his belt and some good performances as well, and his serving has been a feature of his performances this week, that's been rock solid, is just the tonic for him with Roland Garros in mind. Yeah,
absolutely. He's lacking match wins. So you mentioned the fact he had to withdraw the Australian Open final of Miami, but he had the issue with his eye as well. So it's been a little stop-start, and he's talked about, you know, those early losses on the clay has been a bit of a reality check for him, you know, something that he's not used to. So yeah, he's here to win, and obviously trying to win his 100th title, but Hurkacz as well, he's trying to do the same. So it is going to be fascinating to see how it all unfolds.
Hurkacz just limbering up before the players are introduced to this big crowd here on centre court. He's going for a 9th ATP Tour level title today. It will be his 2nd on the clay, and having won in Estoril last year on this surface, he completed the full set of surface titles. He's got a lot of firepower, and he'll be hoping to use those weapons effectively today and break new ground in the process by beating the great man for the first time to claim a 9th crown. A real sense of anticipation around this wonderful centre court. Of course, we're celebrating the 10th anniversary of the return of this tournament to the calendar here in Geneva. And the greats of the game have adorned these courts down the years. So very shortly we will be ready to start our Gone Geneva Open final. Novak Djokovic against Hubert Hurkacz.
finale du Canal Ginevra Open 2025. Il a remporté 8 titres sur le circuit ATP. C'est sa 13e finale. Hurkacz. C'est sa 143e finale sur le circuit ATP avec une victoire, la 100e titre en carrière, Novak, Djokovic.
Geneva Open, going to the boards. Geneva Open, serve.
This side.
Okay, now picture please facing that side with the ball kits. And now without the ball kits, thank you. Have a good one, thank you. Grazie.
One minute, 3 minutes.
Svizzera pour le deuxième tour au départ, mais surtout le numéro 4 mondial Taylor Fritz et Sébastien Partenaire en demi-finale. Il est 11e mondial, il est polonais, c'est sa 13e finale, mesdames et messieurs. Voici Hubert Hurkacz.
2 minutes, 2 minutes.
Champion olympique à Paris l'année dernière, il était classé numéro 1 mondial pendant 421 semaines, un record qui a terminé 8 saisons en tant que numéro 1 mondial. Il a laissé des activités à le kayak, la natation, la randonnée des cyclistes, la course à pied et aussi la musique. Il adore d'ailleurs jouer du saxophone. Il a une natation publique. Il a 50 ans dans la musique quotidienne du Sam. Il est régulièrement parfois jusqu'à une fois par jour. Il a aussi beaucoup publié, c'est intéressant, du sujet varié, la science de la nutrition, la philosophie, la spiritualité. C'est aussi la mission de grand fan du 100 mètres. C'est toute cette famille-là. Les victoires d'un 100e titre sur le circuit. Il dispute sa 143e finale de sa carrière sur le circuit ATP. Novak Djokovic.
1 minute, 1 minute.
En 2023, je me rappelle que le record de but de l'année de dans le silencieux. Enfin, les joueurs apprécient également de dépasser seulement leur changement de côté. On peut être en dernier de cette rencontre nationale et surtout, bonne finale sur le central.
30 secondes, 30 seconds. Mesdames et messieurs, parti au milieu des 3 manches avec jet décisif dans tous les manches. Hubert Hurkacz a gagné le tirage au sort et choisi de servir. Hubert Hurkacz won the toss and elected to serve. And a warm-up. Première manche. Le service Hubert Hurkacz. Ready? Play. Down to 0, 15 love. That's facile. To 0, 30 love. Yeah, 1 to 0. Forty love.
Slight miss hit, but room to manoeuvre at 40-15. One of the challenges clearly for Hurkacz in this final is a psychological one, having never beaten the great man in 7 previous attempts.
Yeah, not just for him. The other side, Djokovic will take confidence from that, and he'll know that Hurkacz will, even if he is ahead, get tight.
He hasn't dropped a set on his way to the final. And he holds to 30, so a nerve settling start for the underdog.
First game.
He's only been extended to a tiebreak on one occasion, and that was against our top seed here in Geneva, Taylor Fritz, in the quarterfinals, 6-3, 7-6. And that serve is clearly going to be key for him today. Needs to land it with a high percentage. If he does, then he can apply plenty of pressure to the 99-time tour titleist. Great atmosphere inside centre court, full house. Wondering if they'll see history made.
Service Novak Djokovic.
So Novak Djokovic, who made the semi-finals here last year with his first service game.
Big hitting from Hurkacz, directing a lot of traffic into Djokovic's forehand. Time to switch it up.
Going for his 9th tour title, Hurkacz, having completed the full set of surface titles by winning on this surface in Estoril last season. Terrific point. And Djokovic showing, having celebrated his 38th birthday this week, that there's still plenty of life left in those legs.
15-all.
Hurkacz clearly wanting to be aggressive, keeping himself close to the baseline, but again, good defense initially from Djokovic and excellent speed up to that drop shot. Something that Hurkacz will be looking to use, but it will need to be a little better than that last one.
On counts 30-15.
Came into this title without having won a match on clay this season. Lost early in Monte Carlo and Madrid, withdrew from Rome. And also ended his 6-month association with Andy Murray, who was coaching him during his run to the Australian Open semi-final. Djokovic holds comfortably to level up at the start of this final.
Partout. One game on.
Two of those 7 victories for Djokovic over Hurkacz have come on clay, including their first meeting. That was at Roland Garros back in 2019 in straight sets. They also played in the Madrid quarterfinals 3 years ago. Another straight sets win for Djokovic. Hurkacz has won 4 sets in those 7 matches.
Down to 0-15 love. That's second set.
Tends to step up the court, take the second serve return early on this side.
With a slight miss-hit there, the pole. Djokovic looking to punish the short ball, but without success. You're exposing a lot of court, aren't you, when you hit inside in? It wasn't punishing enough a stroke to trouble Djokovic.
He was quick to respond, attack into the space. Rushing Hurkacz there.
It was a brilliant initial volley from Djokovic, but the overhead always very awkward, particularly on the backhand side.
Yeah, that one he got down low and it had good depth on it, but it was a smart shot from Hurkacz, made it awkward for Djokovic, and he was then able to take charge of the point. Straight into it, aren't they? Not have many quick points. Be the goal or for both of them, in fact, try and get themselves into the point when returning.
Djokovic fails with the second serve return. Hurkacz holds to 30. Both players just getting a feel for conditions on this bright, sunny and warm day in Geneva for the title match. And we're on serve after 3 games. Hurkacz leading 2-1.
Yeah, the players.
De Vive, the oldest and largest tennis club in Switzerland. First set, Djokovic serving, 1-2. The most recent of those 7 matches they've contested was at the World Tour Finals back in 2023. That was a 3-setter. Early days, but Djokovic has only landed 2 of 7 first serves thus far.
It's the type of serving that we've seen from him throughout the week. Numbers did dip down in the second set against Norrie. Move well around the court, Hurkacz. Long strides, and he's got good reach as well. But Djokovic ready there and just discussing with his team. I think it'll be all about the serve. His numbers have got to get better. That's great play.
That one counts. 40-15.
The accuracy that he's got takes advantage there. That mistimed return from Hurkacz.
Brilliant in the way in which he turned around a rally where he was largely on the back foot. How often have we seen that down the years from Novak Djokovic as he levels in style?
His ability to change direction. He's going back in behind Hurkacz.
Djokovic looking to become the first player to win a tour title in 20 different seasons in the Open era.
Last 15.
He got a wonderful reception, Djokovic, when he stepped out onto centre for his first match of the week. And that's not changed throughout the tournament, something he acknowledged in his post-match interviews, and in a position now that he can apply some pressure to the Hurkacz serve at love 30.
That was well needed. Second ace, but there actually haven't been too many unreturned serves. He hasn't had those quick points that he's maybe got used to this week. And this is what he does. Puts that pressure on you. Feel that you've got to maybe do a little more, try and make something happen. A couple of times that he's caught that backhand late.
Two break points for the former world number one.
Kako frljavo izgleda.
34.
Samo jedan od vas, samo jedan od vas.
Been in Djokovic's team before, taking the role as coach.
Djokovic still frustrated the way in which he lost the previous point. Nothing he could do about a serve of that velocity from Hurkacz. tremendous hit.
Avantage Hurkacz.
That's what he's been trying to do. A couple of times off the backhand. He's missed those. It's that forehand spot on.
That's a big hold for the underdog early in this final. 15-40 down. Coming up with some big serves when required to dig himself out of a bit of a hole as he moves back in front in this first set. 3-2.
Yeah, he did well, Hurkacz. It's not easy when you haven't beaten an opponent before. You've lost so many times. You're obviously coming out on the court with a new strategy, a new plan. And it doesn't work straight away. Panic can set in a little. We did see some more errors from him there. He's up to 6 now, but 9 winners as well, so keeping things in the positive.
And a final match-up to savour. Can Hubert Hurkacz get the better of Novak Djokovic for the first time, and in the process win just his second clay court title? It will be his 9th. Djokovic, of course, chasing history with what he hopes will be his 100th to match Connors and Federer, the only other players to have achieved it. 2-3, first set. Two first serves landed. That's more like it from Djokovic. That's what we've been used to seeing for the lion's share of this week. When he does, 6 out of 6 so far.
Smart, just going back cross court there. Hurkacz looking to cover the space.
Nice pickup. The drop shot was very tight to the net.
Getting good speed, but how impressive was the finish? Difficult to read where he was going to go, and he kept it low over the net, close to the line. Made it tough for Djokovic.
Too good, too deep. Djokovic cruising through the sixth game of this opening set.
3 games all.
That made it a lot easier by finding some more first serves. Both hitting the ball really well. Both taken a lot from this week. It's the key play, isn't it? Whoever can change direction, go up the line. That one just hitting the outside edge of the line.
Hurkacz will be featuring in one of the matches of the first round at Roland Garros. He plays the reigning next-gen champion, João Fonseca of Brazil. Djokovic first up against Mackenzie McDonald of the United States. They are very impressive figures for the underdog so far. A love hold. Very tight opening set. Couple of break points for Djokovic in the previous Hurkacz service game, but it's the Pole who leads 4-3.
Turn that round.
Djokovic then, 3-4, no breaks in the first set of the final here in Geneva.
Oh.
He does such a good job with that backhand. Not quite as well with the volley. Needed to get around the outside of the ball more, get it moving off the court away from Hurkacz. Such good ball striking from Djokovic. He intended to go that close to the line. It's good footwork to just adjust, be able to get round and use his forehand. It's good space there so he can hit through the shot.
Another thoroughly convincing service game from Djokovic. He's only dropped 3 points behind it in this opening set. And he's moving that first serve percentage in the right direction all the time. Brilliant. It was that extra injection of pace that surprised Djokovic from the baseline. Set the point up for Hurkacz.
Djokovic seemed to be quick to read where that approach was going to go. He couldn't quite do enough with it. Easy to get it past Hurkacz, the reach that he's got. Effective serve into the body.
On 30-15.
It was the right shot. Won the point had it have gone over.
Il y a moins de chance. 40-15.
Both players looking pretty comfortable on serve. That one awkward game for Hurkacz, which he turned around with yet more big serves. So who's going to blink first in this first set? It's Djokovic. After the change of ends, he'll be serving to save it, 4-5.
Time.
Nacho Forcadell of Spain, our umpire for the title match. A very tight opening set. Hubert Hurkacz continuing to play at the level which has dismissed his previous 4 opponents without dropping a set. But can he cross the Rubicon to defeat Djokovic for the first time in 8 attempts? Former world #1 serving to save this set at 4-5.
Now 0-15 now.
As great as he is, Djokovic admitted afterwards to feeling a few nerves at one stage in his match against Cam Norrie when he had the chance to close it out in straight, had a match point, but ended up losing that tie-break.
It was 5-2 down in the set. He actually saved a set point at 5-3, so he got himself back in it, and it was a very tight tie-break from both of them.
But it was the way that he regrouped so impressively to dominate the final set that particularly pleased him.
And in some ways, that's probably the sort of match that he really needed to see then how he was able to respond, and the manner in which he did quickly was impressive from him.
Took that final set against Norrie for the loss of only 1 game. But at the moment, Hubert Hurkacz unable to lay a glove on the Djokovic serve. Another love hold. Still only 4 points dropped behind the serve in this set.
Down to 0-15 now. Down 15 all. To count. 30-15.
Ace number 4 from Hurkacz.
Yeah, round counts 40-15.
He's starting to get a few more quick points, and yeah, the effectiveness of serve's been as impressive as we've seen all week. This is where you're in trouble. You hit the ball slightly short and caught not knowing which way Djokovic is going to go, and he just extends right through that shot, gets good depth and pace on it.
Looking for only his second top 10 win on clay. Hurkacz having achieved his first this week against Fritz. But work still to do to get out of this game unscathed.
Yes.
And this is where it gets interesting, doesn't it? The score line. How will Hurkacz be able to deal with some pressure now at this point in the set?
Really positive tennis from Hurkacz.
Sticking to the plan. Taking time from Djokovic by going up the line. Allowed him to get forward and angles that smash off the court brilliantly.
Hurkacz passes the test. There was pressure on him at deuce, but he comes through once again.
6 games.
And it's Djokovic under a bit of extra heat now. He'll be serving for the second time to save this set and in the process take us to a tiebreak. Typically no panic from Djokovic, extended as much as he's been in the entire set on serve at 30 all, but a picture of calm to move to within a point of a tiebreak, where his career record is peerless. Yes. Just shaved the inside of the line, I think.
Yes.
He had time on the ball there. Hurkacz. Djokovic frustrated with the previous bounce.
The net cord doing Djokovic no favours. And Hurkacz, having not had a sniff of a break point throughout this set, now has a set point.
Merci.
Dropped 3 points behind the second serve in this set, Djokovic, but the pressure now intense. Oh, goodness. A double fault to end the opening set in favour of the underdog, Hubert Hurkacz, who's never beaten Novak Djokovic in 7 previous attempts. He's halfway to doing so now. 7-5, first set.
I don't think we were expecting that at all. We were wondering how Hurkacz would deal with the pressure, but he didn't really have to. It was pretty much handed to him there. And Djokovic, a few more unforced errors from him there, particularly right at the end. Hurkacz, very good numbers. Hitting winners off the backhand, the forehand, and the aces with the serve as well. Kept the unforced errors low. And Djokovic there, well, serving numbers look pretty good, but that double fault just sneaking in right at the end there, and yeah, can't quite believe it. It seemed as if we were heading most certainly to a tiebreak, but Hurkacz has been able to sneak the opening set.
It's only the second time that Hurkacz has been able to take the opening set against Djokovic. He did so in the semi-finals in the Paris Masters 4 years ago, before losing a deciding set tie-break. Just the 5th set he's won against Djokovic. But he's looked very confident once again today, just as he's done throughout the week. He's already taken care of the top seed, Taylor Fritz. And now looking to do likewise to the number 2 seed in the final. First double fault.
Great return.
It's
mixed up that return position, trying to give Hurkacz a different view, but also trying to work out what's going to be effective, whether he sits deep, lets the ball drop, or whether it steps in, takes it early. The second serve.
Hurkacz.
Exactly an hour on court.
Sorry, Phil, I was going to say goal on the first serve return is just to get into the point.
Sweet strike from Djokovic, who loves to regather some momentum with the early break in this set. Had Hurkacz at 15-40 midway through the opening set.
Avantage Hurkacz. That's Svizzera.
Really good touch from him, the side spin as well. It made it even more difficult for Hurkacz, and his body weight moving forward, difficult for him to just regain his balance, get in a good enough position, deal with the next ball. Just jumped away from him there.
Just a third break point opportunity for Djokovic to hit back immediately at the start of this second set. played those big points well so far, the number 6 seed.
Didn't quite middle that attempted lob, Djokovic. Managed to get it up particularly high.
Avantage Hurkacz.
A terrific hold, a very significant one for Hurkacz. There's always the danger of mentally letting your guard down after the high of winning the first set against a player of Djokovic's caliber. And he was under threat, but he fended off the break point. And perhaps he'll take more from that, Lucy, than he would have done had it been a routine hold at the start of set 2.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it did him a lot of good in the opening set that he was able to fend off that pressure, 2 break points, and it did have that feel that, you know, Djokovic was taking control of the match. But you know, sometimes you get through those tough moments, it gives you a boost of confidence. And now in a position where he can take some chances here. Gets the opportunity.
Now 0-15 love.
Keeping the ball so close to the lines. Djokovic rushing Hurkacz.
To 0. 30 love.
First ace.
Down home to 0-40 love.
Routine hold for Djokovic. Most of them have been, with the exception of the all-important one, the 12th game of set 1, where
1 game on.
things unravelled and threw in a double fault. It's only double of the match to concede the set.
It seemed to just come out of nowhere, that. Even though the first serve percentages were low at the start of the set. He's doing a good job behind the second, so it didn't really have an impact.
Now 0-15 love. On to 0. 30 love.
It's a 7th place for Hurkacz.
30, 40 love.
Very focused and very confident. There's always going to be a psychological hurdle to overcome in this final today, having never got the better of Djokovic in those previous 7 meetings, but so far looking very strong. Just caught the line. Too good.
Return as well. Came back so quickly. Hurkacz did very well to react to it. Another good pickup as we've seen from him, but that was smart from Djokovic, just moving forward. What a hit the lob right up over the top of Hurkacz.
Ja, rond. Wordt dit
Second double fault. Time will tell whether it proves to be significant.
Certainly got a lot tighter, hasn't it? Another big point for Hurkacz.
Yes.
Prize of no late.
Merci.
Djokovic bring up a second break point opportunity early in this second set. With quality serving like that, and that's been a theme for Hurkacz, his ability to dig himself out of trouble when required with a big serve.
It makes such a difference, doesn't it, if you are able to do that.
He's handling the pressure moments well at the moment, the underdog, and merits his advantage in this Geneva Open final. A spring in the step of Hubert Hurkacz. And no wonder, he leads by a set, fending off another break point to move 2-1 in front on serve in the second.
Give him another boost of confidence. You don't want every service game to be like that, but in the big moments, he has continued to step up. It's beginning to frustrate Djokovic. The big thing that Hurkacz has to draw on is the fact that there have been more losses for Djokovic.
Time.
Encouragement from Djokovic's corner for the great man who has talked about a new reality this season. He lost early in tournaments, something he's very unfamiliar with. He's played some very good tennis this week in Geneva to get to the final, but he finds himself really precariously placed for the first time. How's he going to react? A set behind. He's had chances in this set to make the breakthrough. 3 break points in all, coming and going.
Oh.
The Hurkacz, love 15. And 15 all.
Hurkacz looks a little disappointed having got to the drop shot once again, and he is fleet of foot. He couldn't quite guide that backhand into play. Smile of the rueful sort of variety from Djokovic, maybe thinking still about the circumstances in which he lost the first set to a double fault. Having looked close to immaculate on serve to that point.
On 30-15. Hurkacz, 40-15.
Straightforward. So it's Djokovic who's asking the questions early in this second set. Hurkacz having to work hard to hold on to his serve. Djokovic, on the other hand, has dropped just 1 point as he levels at 2 games all in this second set, but having to win this final for his 100th career title via the scenic route.
Would certainly enjoy a smoother game here. Maybe be helped out with the new balls.
Dans 0-15 now. Zero.
Evidence of that.
30 love.
The winners, including aces, of course, to unforced errors, remains a very healthy ratio for Hurkacz.
That's
25 is against 17. Djokovic with 14 winners to 18 unforced.
Yeah, 1-0, 40 love.
Oh.
Et avant 15-40, 15.
It's a third double fault in this set, but if you are going to serve one, 40 love is the place to do it. Rather less significant than the double that Djokovic threw in, which cost him set one. Much more comfortable hold this time for the Pole. Back in front in set two, 3-2. But he will know as he G's himself up, returning to the far end of the court, that the job is a long way from being done against the greatest of all time. Djokovic with a lot to do if he's to turn this his way. In the process, claim that 100th career tour title, his first since Olympic gold against Alcaraz last summer. 3-2. Hurkacz leads, second set.
Dans 0-15 love.
Forced error count up to 20 now for Djokovic.
6 in this set. It's the case yesterday against Norrie. Only a couple in the opening set. They mounted up in the second.
13-15.
As we mentioned, he managed to reset quickly, and very good third set. Good serving numbers, very few errors as well.
First serve percentage identical, 66. Overcooked that one by some way. Again, Hurkacz defending extremely well in that exchange.
That can be the trouble sometimes. Haven't done a lot of winning. the big moments, you don't handle them quite as well. You're not quite as confident, perhaps. Certainly needed that, though, Djokovic.
He's only dropped 5 points in the match when he has landed the first serve, Djokovic. And that's really good serving from a pressurised 30-all at 2-3 down and a set behind. But of course he's been in precarious positions on this so many times during his extraordinary career. Experienced every sort of emotion and match situation so many times.
Yeah, and that's what he's got to draw on. Maybe not recent results, but all the experience that he's had over so many years.
That's sexy.
He's keeping his consistency, Hurkacz, even in the longer exchanges. It's tough when you're that deep. You can lose your footing. Loose clay back there.
Down 30-15. On time, 30 all.
A worried look there. In this set from Hurkacz, really up to 9. There are only 10 throughout the whole of the first set.
Brilliant. He hasn't flinched when he's been asked the question in this match.
He's really looked to be aggressive. And it's another good volley. He does have great hand skills. It gets down low, which was important, helped him get underneath the ball.
Oh, it's floated long. Great exchange again. And again, lots of vocal encouragement for Novak Djokovic.
Yeah, really trying to get behind him. I wasn't sure if that volley was going to go out or not, but made the decision to play it, and because he took it out of the air, made it difficult for Hurkacz, got himself right back into the point, Djokovic.
Good second serve, right on the service box line. That brings up another rueful grin from Djokovic. Further evidence that Hurkacz is showing real cool under pressure in this final today.
Yeah, it has been something noticed throughout the week.
Things are really livening up here. Djokovic loved that one. So did a lot of this crowd.
I think just feeling that maybe he was on the wrong side of hitting lines. Again, impressive from Hurkacz. He is to stay in his own bubble. Doesn't want to think too far ahead. Doesn't want to overthink. Try and keep things simple.
Rock solid once again under the cosh. Hubert Hurkacz. Novak Djokovic has extended him in every service game. But the Pole continues to pass the test. And in the process edges back in front in his bid for a 9th tour title, 4-3.
Yeah, it would have been understandable if he'd have faltered there, Hurkacz. But he took his time, and the serve once more getting him out of trouble. Good numbers on the first serve, but he's really struggling behind the second serve. And 3 out of 10 points. But 67% of points won behind the second in the opening set. So Djokovic level of returning's got better. Still been able to fend that off though.
Enjoying the sun on their backs for the climax of this Ginevra Open, celebrating its 10th anniversary. Novak Djokovic, much to do before he can entertain thoughts of that 100th career title. Hubert Hurkacz has lost 14 points on serve in this set. Djokovic just 3, and he's 10 out of 10 when he lands the first serve, but no breaks, that's the key. 3-4. Hurkacz with the first set by 7 games to 5.
Hurkacz. 15.
love that one back.
Yeah. Didn't quite get hold of it. Didn't maybe commit through that backhand. Got it a little too close to the frame and lost control of it. It was a slight opening for him there. Landed in.
15 sets.
It wasn't a clean strike, that's for sure.
He could have had love 40, couldn't he? Hurkacz missed the backhand with the court open at love 15, then the winner not out of the centre of the racket. That one certainly wasn't. But still pressure on Djokovic's shoulders here at 30 all 3-4.
Off the line there. Through it. Sensing both of them feeling the pressure right now.
24 unforced errors from Djokovic as against 15 winners. Hurkacz with nearly twice as many winners in this match. But coming up with a big serve when required.
Same target as well.
Terrific lob from Hurkacz to keep applying the pressure.
He wasn't keen to get up and smash that Djokovic. If he had a real option. He was quick to make the decision. It was obviously deep to the baseline and a bit of a tough bounce as well.
By a country mile, the toughest service game for Djokovic in this second set.
Time going down the tee, but got the same result, a quick point.
Bludgeoning striking forehand, which crumpled the racket of Hubert Hurkacz. And to the delight of his legion of fans inside centre court here in Geneva, he levels up, not without some adversity. Look back on that missed backhand at love 15, and then the miss hit that got him to 15-30. There were chances there.
There really were. And it did seem as if Djokovic was a little nervy there. Playing with quite as much freedom.
That's what's up. Down to 0-15.
I didn't enjoy that second serve return. That was a lot sharper though.
Hands off, 15 all.
Actually, a pretty good second serve from Hurkacz, but the return placed in such a difficult position. Had him to stay on top there, Djokovic.
Down 0-30, 15-30.
Himself a little tucked up, too close to the ball there, Hurkacz.
He stood up to everything that Djokovic has thrown at him in this final thus far. Can he continue to do so?
S'il vous plaît.
How much Hurkacz has had to serve in this set. He's been under a lot of pressure.
One time, 30 all.
And again, he steps up. Full commitment to that backhand. Different coach in his team, of course, so maybe a different approach to this one.
Yeah, 1-30.
Perhaps this is the time for Hurkacz, certainly showing that he's got real belief in himself.
Merci.
Ace number 11. Superb, so impressive. He's been able to maintain the very high standards he set throughout the week, but he's playing the big points brilliantly. That's why he's in the ascendancy right now. It's denied him in the previous 7 encounters, and so far so good, but the most difficult bit, getting over the winning line, still to be achieved. Djokovic now serving to save the final at 4-5.
Hurkacz, love 15. Danza. 15-all.
Started with a great serve from Djokovic.
That's easy.
Away the volley.
He's been so impressive when coming forward. He's only lost 1 point at the net.
Top of the strings from his opponent to acknowledge the quality of that strike.
He's been effective when looking to change direction, Hurkacz, but at time didn't quite get his feet in the right position.
Very healthy stats those for Hurkacz. He knows he can't afford to let up for a second against the man he's facing today. Djokovic. Another service game in pretty serene fashion. It's been the pattern in this set. Hurkacz has been under relentless pressure in that regard. So far, he's coped with it admirably.
Down to 0-15 love.
Great return from Djokovic, because Hurkacz certainly went for the second serve, but he got it back quickly. He's able to take advantage of the space that he'd opened up. It's good aggressive tennis. so sad.
Point again,
He
30-15.
hasn't taken a backward step in this final, has he, Hurkacz? He's been prepared to stay aggressive throughout. He knows that's the only way he's going to subdue Djokovic, but to do it, and there's a final title at stake. Much easier said than done, particularly against a guy you've never beaten.
That's why it's so impressive, his numbers, because you know, he's looking to be maybe a little more aggressive, so with that you expect a few more errors. Focus well there.
14-15.
Court side just disrupting that rhythm a little, but he took a bit of extra time.
Hurkacz.
Very good. As he's been from the get-go today,
Hurkacz member 6
and edging ever closer
6
to what
games
would
to
be a
5.
memorable victory in the 9th tour title. Novak Djokovic will once again be serving to save the match. Sealing his 100th career title this afternoon will have been dashed. 5-6.
Tough bounce for Hurkacz, but moving away from him there. Defence paying off for Hurkacz. You didn't expect Djokovic to miss the volley. Certainly this capacity crowd didn't. You heard the gasps of shock as this one was buried into the net. And that was a brilliant get from Hurkacz, and has defended well all week, putting that extra ball in.
3 out of 10 when missing the first serve in this second set. Djokovic has only dropped 2 behind the first.
On to count 30-15.
Able to get on the front foot. Again, it's so close to the line, and I don't think Hurkacz read it. Certainly not quick enough.
Yeah, on counts 40-15.
Much more convincing service game. No return this time from Djokovic than the 12th game in set 1. 2 game points for a tie-break.
Djokovic.
Just his second ace. Well, he's lost the only tie-break he previously played this week in Geneva. Djokovic to Campo, having had a match point.
Tie-break.
Hurkacz has won his only previous breaker against Fritz. But when it comes to his career, no one is better than Novak. Tie breaks, he's won 2 out of 3. Remarkable. And he has the first point against the serve.
1-0. Djokovic.
He's also won 4 out of the 5 that these two have contested in their 7 meetings.
A flicker of negative body language about Hurkacz in this match so far. The way in which he's been so dialed in to what he's got to do has been so impressive, but maybe just showing first signs of a little frustration.
The evidence there. Channeled it well in that point.
2-1, Djokovic.
Calmly done here, Djokovic.
3-1, Djokovic.
Definitely feels as if there's a bit of a shift now. Getting more reactions from Hurkacz. Such good play from Hurkacz there. It was a great return. He moved brilliantly and then made the right decision going back up the line. Djokovic losing his footing.
Those many breaks that Djokovic has achieved.
Merci.
Hurkacz looking to draw level again here. Oh, perhaps a little better than intended.
Wow, I mean, that's unbelievable. I mean, that was such a good job, a shot from Hurkacz, but brilliant movement from Djokovic. And the touch as well. Moment to pull that off.
A nod of the head from the pole. Yeah, that was just too good. Djokovic maintaining his slight advantage. Change of ends in this tie-break.
Merci.
His bid to take this match to a one-set shootout.
He's looking to get forward more and more, Djokovic, and still
5-2.
brilliant numbers at the
Djokovic.
net. 17 out of 19 points.
Merci.
That Novak Djokovic has been able to exert throughout this set finally appears to be telling on Hubert Hurkacz. Djokovic with 4 opportunities to take this match all the way. He has an unrivaled tie-break record, and he's demonstrated once again what a master he is when it comes to the breakers. This final is going the distance. Novak Djokovic by 7 points to 2.
1 set all.
Well, certainly stepped things up there, Djokovic, in that tie-break, and finally able to just break Hurkacz down a bit. We saw a lot more unforced errors from Hurkacz, and most of those were in the second part of the set. There's only 10 in the opening set, and Djokovic with more winners as well than he had in the first set. More errors off the backhand.
to a decisive.
Service,
25
Djokovic.
Geneva Open has come down to the final set. In fact, Djokovic with the honour of serving first. Not a bad way to start from the underdog.
Love 15.
He's looked to change direction and go up the line off both sides. That's where he's hit most of his winners.
This match now 2 hours and 13 minutes old. That second set lasting nearly 70 minutes. Just a second double fault, not quite as significant as the first, which cost him the opening set, but it could be in this game. Followed by a third ace.
Just taking a bit of extra time. Needed a couple of big serves from Djokovic.
Yeah, front. Ortiz.
This match already longer than Djokovic's three-setter in the semis with Cam Norrie. A measure of the intensity on show.
Yes. Avantage Hurkacz.
What an awful bounce there.
Moment for it to happen as well.
Yeah. It just rolled along the court.
It's only Hurkacz's second break point of the match. Djokovic down at 44% when he's missing his first serve in this final. It's long, and it's an early breakthrough for the underdog in the deciding set.
First game, final set.
Djokovic throwing in 2 double faults in that game, and it's proved very costly.
Kako ne znate da odreagujete, jebote, pogledajte, kako ne znate da me vodite, pa to je nevjerovatno. Veze s mozgom nemate, jebeš ima. Veze s mozgom nemate.
That's what he thought about it. I mean, the best possible start for Hurkacz. Obviously got to back things up. Worst start for Djokovic. He's got to quickly regroup.
Down to 0-15 up.
Still thinking about those 3 points that he gifted his opponent, which has cost him his serve early in this decider. Salt into the wound with another big serve from Hurkacz. That's his 12th ace of the match.
And he's got to capitalise on things right now, Hurkacz. Take as much as he can from the clear frustration that Djokovic is showing.
Hurkacz consolidating the break. Plenty to spare. He had very few cheap service games in the second set. It's all about staying in the moment for him, not getting ahead of himself. This would be a big deal to beat Djokovic for the first time in a final and deny him that 100th title in the process. But there's still a long way to go. Love 2, final set.
And 0-15 up.
That's serve that he's favoured throughout this match, going out wide. It was an effective play on clay. Chance to open up the court.
La 1-0 Fortila.
How far behind the baseline he was when he leathered that winner up the line.
He's done that a few times, gone back up the line.
Djokovic has regrouped after the severe frustration of the manner in which he dropped serve at the start of this final set.
2 games to 1.
But it's Hubert Hurkacz who has the advantage in his bid to claim this title. 2-1 with the break. And that will be what is really irking Djokovic right now, some gifts in key moments.
He's got to continue to commit, play this type of tennis, Hurkacz.
If he keeps serving like this, he will be champion. Close to 90% in terms of landing it. 100% in 2 service games he's played in this decider.
Had a good change up there with that kicker. Those that Djokovic trying to take it a little earlier.
15 love. Ganza, 15-all. On to Gans 13.
Hanging about, isn't he, Djokovic? To get the ball, get on with things.
Erwin Gans for T15. Djokovic. Hurkacz même par 3.
After 3 games, 2-2.
Straightforward for Djokovic to stay in touch.
Does he have the belief? That's the big question. Find out pretty soon.
Encouragement for Novak Djokovic in his bid to turn this final set around. This match is about to become the longest of the tournament.
Time.
2 hours 27 minutes. Obviously Popyrin defeating former champion here, Nicolas Jarry, in the first match. Hurkacz potentially 3 service holes away from lifting the trophy. 3-2 with the break.
0. 15 love.
And the serving once again has been impeccable from him. His 15th ace.
That's Professor. On to 0-30 love.
Staying in the moment, and that's always the secret in situations like this, not looking at the bigger picture of what it would mean.
Excellent.
Just playing point by point. Another perfect service game from the number 6 seed. Djokovic has yet to win a point on the Hurkacz serve in this final set.
It's impressive, isn't it? That opening game would have definitely helped. Bathroom break as well for Hurkacz, just to regroup.
The other telling stat is that Hurkacz has Landed that first serve 10 out of 12 times in this set. Nicely done from Djokovic, but that is a significant hike on the first two in terms of his first serve percentage. He's getting so many cheap points.
15 love.
59% set one, 66 set two, which is very respectable, but 83% in this one so far.
Anticipated it, Hurkacz. Put himself in the right spot. And it's always so tough, that ball struck and Djokovic has barely made it to the service line. A lot of room to get it past him.
On to count 30-15. Counts 14-15.
Just 2 from 9 on second serve in this set.
Another good return there from Hurkacz, just sitting a little deeper, so he's got time on it, but then he's quick to make that transition, get himself in a more aggressive position, closer to the baseline.
Serve. Straightforward +1 for Djokovic to remain in touch, but he's got to find a way to get through the formidable serve of Hubert Hurkacz. Leads with that break, 4-3, final set.
back on that ball, the depth as well. Hurkacz didn't want to back up. He was forced trying to half volley that. Too much of a swing on the forehand though.
So Hurkacz has got to get that 8th game out of his mind. It was the least convincing game of the final from him. A couple of glaring errors proving extremely expensive.
Let's go, sir. On to count 30-15.
It's big hitting from Hurkacz. His test will be just trying to keep calm, not panic, not think back.
Percentage in this set from Djokovic, a lowly 48, but when he does land it, he's dropped just 1 point. 5 out of 14 on second serve in this set.
Another bit of luck there, Hurkacz with the bounce. And he carves down the back of that ball. Right off the line. Shooting through, making it difficult for Djokovic.
Great players have a tremendously consistent tendency to come up with the necessary shot when pressure's at its greatest. Good comeback from Djokovic after the iffy bounce. Game point to go ahead, having been a breakdown.
That's for sure.
Into the net goes Hurkacz. Djokovic now within a game of making more history. What a finale here in Geneva we have. Hurkacz will be serving to save the match.
moment. And what a turnaround. It'll be interesting to see what sort of game Hurkacz is able to produce here. If he can get himself back on track. I'll try and focus on the fact that it's on serve. He's got a huge serve and he's been serving well all week.
Serving perhaps better than ever in the first 3 games of this final set. And things unravelled in his 4th. Anniversary of the return to the tour of Ginevra Open, and a title match befitting that landmark. Wonderful entertainment. 2 hours and 46 minutes they've been on court. Hurkacz with the first set, courtesy of a Djokovic double fault. The great man fighting back to win as he so often does. A tie break to force the decider, then a break behind. Hurkacz serving off the charts, but then one loose game, and now serving to save the final. And this is a real mental test for Hurkacz, isn't it? After the way in which he lost that 8th game of this set, can he bounce back here and get himself level again?
Well, he has to, doesn't he? Be pleased with that start. You're feeling it as well.
That's number 18. 18 of a total of 49 winners in this final.
Point accounts 40-15.
That was a very impressive response from Hurkacz to losing his break advantage, suddenly finding himself having to hold serve to stay in the final. And he did it with something to spare, with more of that really consistent serving that we've seen right from his very first match through to this title match here in Geneva. Level again at 5-all.
Down to 0-15 love.
That's great tennis from both. Once again, he's volleyed brilliantly, Djokovic. Looks so calm. Part of the court.
20 times he's prevailed at the net today, Djokovic, and 23 movements to the net. Love hold from Djokovic to pile the pressure back on the shoulders of his opponent and guarantee himself a deciding tiebreak.
6 games to 5.
Will it be required? 7 minutes shy of 3 hours, Djokovic 6-5 up.
What a match it's been. Longest match of the tour.
Djokovic straining every sinew to get to the drop shot, you heard it, but Hurkacz had it covered.
15 love.
Just backed up slightly, Hurkacz, and put himself in the right position there. That's good play from him. Great hitting from Hurkacz. Continue to stay positive, stay aggressive. Taking time from Djokovic there.
Yeah, 1-0, 40 love.
That one aberration aside in the 8th game, it's been quite a performance on serve from Hurkacz in this final set, and now 3 chances to take us to a deciding tiebreak.
Et en round 15, 40-15.
To apply as much pressure as possible once again, stepping inside the baseline to take the return early.
Pinged it back quickly at Hurkacz.
Point number 3. And this time, serve was too awkward for Djokovic to handle. And so this terrific tussle in the final here in Geneva will need a deciding tiebreak. Djokovic, of course, getting the better of the 2nd set breaker with something to spare. His record, as we know, second to none in that regard.
Merci. S'il vous plaît.
But there's an awful lot riding on this for both players. Hurkacz looking for his first ever win over Djokovic and his 9th title. The greatest of all time, it would be a 100th.
Djokovic. Back to 1-all.
Three hours and counting by well over half an hour. The longest match of the entire tournament.
Merci.
Utterly compelling entertainment for this capacity centre court crowd. A little wild. First blood Djokovic in the breaker.
Just showing the extra bit of tension.
Djokovic.
Catches feeling in the arm there, catching that late. And there's been a play that's worked for him, but it's not as easy to hit that shot if you're a little tight. Great response though, and he's staying aggressive, Hurkacz. Which you feel he's got to do.
He doesn't give a lot away, does he? Very cool temperament, Hurkacz, but clench of the fist and no wonder to retrieve the mini break. Back comes Djokovic, big serve. He's been extremely effective when he's landed it in this set. He's dropped just 1 point behind it, albeit that he hasn't landed it as often as he would have liked, 42%, but 14 out of 15 when he has. These fans on the edge of their seats. Which way is this going to go? It's another forehand error from Hurkacz. Another change of ends. He finds himself a mini break adrift once again.
Djokovic.
Well, that's the side that he can miss a little more off, Hurkacz. Let's get a bit tighter off that wing.
Wide. 3 errors on the forehand side from Hurkacz. And Djokovic well and truly in the box seat now in this final set tie-break.
So tough. I mean, he's trying to stay committed. He's trying to take the ball on. That forehand becoming more and more vulnerable.
Nazim.
Djokovic. What a moment. As we see confirmation on the replay of Hurkacz's forehand missing the sideline for Novak Djokovic.
Merci.
3 hours and 5 minutes.
S'il vous plaît, merci, je s'en prie.
Having been a set down and then a breakdown in the decider. He has 4 championship points. Sealed with an ace. Novak Djokovic, serial record breaker, achieves a century of career titles. Only the 3rd player after Connors and Federer to achieve that feat. As the players embrace at the net, it's another landmark moment for the greatest of all time. Novak Djokovic, Geneva Open champion for the first time, the oldest winner of this event, now in his 39th year, having celebrated his birthday this week, wins a battle of truly epic proportions. 5-7, 7-6, 7-6 in 3 hours and 4 minutes.
Wow, I mean, what a match, what a battle. I mean, that went back and forth. I mean, you've got to feel for Hurkacz, but Djokovic there, I mean, all that he's achieved, and there 100 titles, quite phenomenal. His Hurkacz's team, Nicolas Massou, who he must feel for Hurkacz as well. He was so close, wasn't he? I mean, even in the second set, he wasn't far away. He had the advantage in the third. But it was the forehand in the end that let him down. Number of errors in the key moments there. I mean, that's a heartbreaker for him.
And he'd served impeccably in the final set. 12 points out of 12 in his first 3 service games of set 3, having broken Djokovic. And he'll look back on that 8th game as the moment that things began to go wrong, Lucy, because he missed that very simple forehand at the start of the game with the court gaping, and that really turned the tide.
It did. But that's what Djokovic can do to you. You know, he's never beaten him. That's one thing. And a final as well, the pressure you get from that. But that'll do Djokovic a whole heap of good. He'll take so much from this week. I mean, he's playing some good tennis, but the big thing is that he's come through when he's been almost out. The way he bounced back against Norrie yesterday, a brilliant third set. Terrible start to the final set today, but he's managed to dig in once more and find a way through.
It's just for the TV right now. They're going to hear you after.
Congratulations, Novak. The 100th title of your career, a fantastic achievement and a perfect birthday week. How much does it mean to you, like, to do it here, especially in front of your whole family?
I had to work for it, that's for sure. Ubi was probably closer to the victory the entire match than I was. Had some chances in the first set, you know, to break his serve. I didn't do it, and then had a bad game that ended up with a double fault on set point, and all of a sudden, you know, match went to his side in a sense, and I you know, obviously was just trying to hang in there, and I don't know how I broke his serve. He probably broke himself in the third when he was 4-3 up. But you know, this is what happens on this level, on the highest level. Very few, you know, a few points decide the winner, and incredible match. 7-6 in the third with obviously full stadium, beautiful atmosphere. So I'm just grateful to clinch the 100 here.
A great moment for Novak Djokovic. He's achieved so much in the sport, but to win his 100th and join Connors and Federer as the only players to have reached that extraordinary tally, particularly satisfying for him, and the manner in which he was able to do it, Lucy, from a pretty precarious position.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you know, he wouldn't have enjoyed it at the time, but he will certainly enjoy this win, number 100. And I think more significantly, it's been a while since he's lifted the trophy on the brink of Roland Garros as well. That's going to give him a huge boost of confidence, and the rest of the tournament as well, as we see the winners over the years. Casper Ruud's done pretty well here, hasn't he? Franca as well, a couple of titles. But Djokovic there, he was here last year, lost in the semi-finals, but the champion this year.